You're listening to the Decentralized Talk Podcast, your crypto connection.
Decentralized Talk. Decentralized Talk.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for another outstanding episode of the Decentralized Talk Podcast. We have in studio with us right now, in studio, and by in studio, I mean all across the world. Absolutely mobile in no sort of studio. We have a very special episode for you guys today. We have another fledgling coin, a coin that's recently gone through a rebranding. So when I say this name, you're likely to have never heard of it before, but it has a legacy in the crypto space and it's going through a revamping, and we want to offer them a platform right now as part of our Rising All Boats with a Rising Tide strategy to open you up to a world of cryptocurrencies that are out there doing very interesting and fun things in the space. We have SportCash.one. We've got Jarno and Roberto. Roberto being the Chief Executive Officer and Chief Evangelist of the SportCash.one project, and Jarno, blockchain expert. They've just gone through a recent rebranding of their current cryptocurrency. So when you hear SportCash.one or SportCash.one, you're maybe not going to be highly familiar with that. That's okay. They just rebranded a couple hours ago. Is that right?
Yeah, we just finished some part of the brand.
Yeah, we love that. So we're here on the cutting edge, guys. Decentralized Talk. We're breaking through barriers. We're bringing interesting content, and there's nothing more interesting than a cryptocurrency, blockchain-based currency that is rooted in extreme sports, heavily in surfing and broadly in extreme sports. So, Roberto, without further ado, tell us a little bit about yourself as the chief architect of this program. Where did the idea come from, and how are you guys hoping to grow in the crypto space?
Yes, good morning to everybody. My name is Roberto. I'm working with sport from when I was really young. I started to like semi-professional football. After with surfing, stand-up, I competed with the Italian selection in the World Tour in stand-up paddling. And I become a coach for the International Surfing Association, and now I'm teaching the instructor. So instructor must to come to me to make courses to be certificated. Same time, I have a surf camp and school in Brazil from like near 10 years. And after all this experience working with athlete, competition, help athlete and found them, and I organized a social project in Brazil with child, near 670 child. We was in the project for near 4 years. And I start to know blockchain technology. I always love from when I'm young. I start with Commodore 9. After I play music, digital music, I do website from more than 20 years, and always love technology. So I start to know blockchain, start to know Bitcoin like everybody, and I start to try to find a way to help the sport movement, help athlete association, and brands to communication and brands to contact with athletes. So this is a missing point many times in the industry. Brands normally doesn't trust much in athlete, doesn't trust much in project, and the problem for banking, for buy, for found. So blockchain, I think, can be a good way to help the movement to grow from sport and to be healthy from blockchain too, because sport is always something healthy. So it's a good reference.
Roberto, I think you make a really good point, and I just want everybody out there, all the listeners, so take this into effect. When you're listening to a new chain and you're trying to figure out where to put your money and where not to put your money, obviously this is not investing advice, but it's important to note, right, with Roberto, his background is he's a semi-pro athlete, right? He's a tech geek. He's a visionary. He's an entrepreneur. He's had a track record of success in all of these different genres. So if you're looking for a cryptocurrency that ties these things together, you're looking for somebody who's passionate about it, this is a really great place to be. We always look for chief executives, and we always look for people who are running a program to be somebody who is this type of savant personality, right? And I think you definitely qualify in that region.
Thanks.
Real quick, too, I just want to get Jarno on here just to kind of introduce himself in the beginning. Jarno, tell us, you're the on-site blockchain expert, and you've been with the program, I guess, a couple months. So tell us what influences you've had on the project, and how people can learn more from the tech side about Sport Cash.
Yeah, well, I've been in crypto since beginning of 2014. Started mining and doing all kinds of stuff in that area. And since 2016, I've become involved in the Waves platform, a platform for tokenization of almost anything. And a few months ago, I came in touch with Roberto and his project. He needed some help with a payment module we created for shops. And then we got together and helped him with the technical side of that. And when I heard all his enthusiasm about his project, we kept on talking for hours, basically. And at a certain moment, he asked me if I wanted to join his team, which I obviously did. So that's basically my background for this project.
Jarno, you brought up an important point. In the Waves platform, you can tokenize just about anything. You guys chose to tokenize, I guess, essentially the merchandise surrounding extreme sports.
Mm-hmm.
Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah.
So one of the questions I always have as we start, we've got thousands and thousands of coins out there. We're trying to separate ourselves and separate the coins that come on our program. Why tokenize extreme sports? What's the value or the benefit to blockchainize extreme sports versus just using another cryptocurrency? Like, let's say you have Bitcoin and then just using Bitcoin in that space. And then the follow-up question on that is, when we get into atomic swaps, is that going to be incorporated into your protocol as well?
Eventually in Waves, yes. It's not available yet, but we at this moment don't need it for our project. The pure functionality of Waves is enough for a project like ours to create a token and get money moving between customers and brands, basically.
Yeah, another way we shows this different coin. Don't use like a Bitcoin or the kind of coin, because we look into for kind of loyalty programs. That is a foundation for the basic economy for our system. So when you use it with a loyalty program, is coins sometimes becoming like points. So translation need to be cheap. We need a solution different than a kind of Bitcoin. And I think Waves can help this solution. Same time, Waves is already working with some really product in life. So like a shop integration, they have integration for shops, for payment shops. And we need a technology that is help to us to introduce our program and build an ecosystem for come together all the project. So for me is the simple way to doing this. Maybe with other coins you can do, but is the technology becoming more harder for the application of that technology. And I see with Jarno, we have already integration of payment with our cryptocurrency in an online shop that can be an application can be in every shop online. So I see how simple can be this. And now we have to grow something totally different from other systems, like a big data system, like when you enter and that kind of platform where you buy point when you fly. There is a system integration with other shops too. So we need the big data for selling product of other shop. Other shop can sell them product in our shop. So we need a technology quite easy to implement. I think Waves is not an easy technology, but they are focused on this kind of product. For this, from the beginner, I try to go with Waves platform and find yarn.
So Roberto, what's the biggest challenge? Is it are you or I guess I should say right now in this phase, right, new rebranding phase? What's the biggest challenge for? Are you trying to get more retailers on board, or is it more important to get onto CoinMarketCap? What's the next key kind of narrowed focus?
Yeah, you asked the question, why blockchain for our project? And this is fundamental, I think. Blockchain, because blockchain is transparency. Imagine if you want to send image, if you want to make a charity to someone else around the world. If blockchain is easy, you can send some coin to an association, to an athlete. All is transparency. You can see where the coin is going. You can see the wallet of the guys you send, the wallet of the association. Imagine you send money to Africa. The money before going to the central bank, the president get the money after they send to the association. With blockchain, you sell direct to the guy. So this is a big change. Same time for loyalty point. When point get a big problem like safe. People make double their coin. They are lots fraud about point for when you fly, when you get point from supermarket. All the loyalty point get lots fraud behind. No transparency. You can't change your coin for money. You can't change your loyalty point for other kind of loyalty. So blockchain helping is.
So Roberto, is that a future ability for Sportcash.1? I mean, are you guys going to be able to exchange kind of in between other loyalty points? Like if I want Dillard's points, I can switch my Sportcash.1 for that?
Yeah, we are looking to building an application. With this application, we can put inside to many surf shop or many shop sport around the world. People buy in the same shop with same program. They just get sums of cash when they buy something like, you buy $10, you get once of cash, okay? After the shop can open one area where people buy with some shop, with
But I guess my question is, as a third party, how does that benefit the shop? What does the shop get out of it? Like, I mean,
loyalty program. Many businesses use it because it's good reward for the customer. So if you read statistics about loyalty, most of big business, little business benefit about loyalty. It's like what your client, they like getting something behind. If you go to supermarket, buy something, they give some point, you are happy. Prefer going to a place where you get something reward than going to a place where you get nothing. So
what is it? Are you anticipating any kind of issues with, because one of the things that I think of is like if I had a cryptocurrency, let's say it was a surfing related coin, and I go into a surf shop, I'm in Houston, so I go to a surf shop in North Houston. Not that there's a lot of surfing in Houston, although we are coastal, for the record.
We are looking for more for brands. Brands have many shop or multi-shop platform, but for little shop too. So we start with loyalty. We can't think in one day to the other. People gonna buy with surf cash in shop. With wherever cryptocurrency. My idea is start from loyalty. Put the cryptocurrency in the hands of many people that normally don't get cryptocurrency. Like normal people from the road gonna have cryptocurrency in their pocket, can use later on, like the shop offer you some point cryptocurrency. After, open one area where people can buy with cryptocurrency, with our cryptocurrency, some product. So that, sorry, I keep saying soft cash, sport cash, like I must change a little my mind. But that's the way. It's like a virus. You start going inside with loyalty, open the door for the big business, for normal client. From there, we go to, we have already the app for buy with soft cash, with sport, with our token. So, but it's hard. People and shop let free you to buy with cryptocurrency and then shop. So the loyalty is basic to start go inside a big market, sport market.
The best example for this is air miles. If you fly from one way to another, you get free air miles and you can spend them basically everywhere. And that's what we're going to do for the sports industry. Have people get loyalty tokens, in this case, the sport cash tokens, and spend them on everything we offer. And it's not only giving away the loyalty tokens by the brands or shop, but we have also connected a few other programs on which the users can spend their tokens.
So basically have like a marketplace for action sports equipment and services.
Yep. We offer brands space on our multi-vendor shop, so they can sell items directly with the token, and that's one way. And what also will be integrated is a charity program. For example, if you have let's take the surf example. If you have a surf shop and you teach children to surf, that's a good cause, and it's good to financial support those programs, and that is also possible with our platform. So basically, if you have bought a lot of gear and you have a lot of sport cash, you can select a certain project to give them your funds through our charity program.
Almost like a GoFundMe sort of project, correct?
Yeah, but especially for the sports industry.
Yeah. So I tend to be interested in kind of the techie nerdy stuff. So you guys mentioned that you'll have fast transactions. So how do you guys at this point exactly plan to do that? Is it going to be a proof of stake or Mastodon coin so you can cut down the transaction cost, or is it proof of work? I mean, what kind of algorithms do you guys use?
We are using the Waves technology. Waves is a sort of proof of stake algorithm. It uses a full node, so called master nodes, and it uses an LPOS system, so a least proof of stake algorithm Waves has created, and our token runs on Waves, so we use this technology.
Okay. So why is there a specific reason you guys chose Waves instead of doing like an ERC20 token or something like that?
Yeah, I work at Waves and I was working for Waves. I run a full node on Waves, the number 2 node on the network worldwide, for over 2 years now. So that's my experience. And Roberto was already running his first coin before the rebranding on Waves. So that's where we started from. Roberto started this project in March this year. So we kept continuing with the knowledge we have about Waves.
That's made in heaven.
Waves is working on a sponsor transaction too. So we hope in the future to get a free transaction for all our tokens. So gonna be more easy for shop to work with it. Everybody, like on bank and people with not much money can work with it, exchange with other people. I think free transaction must be a big focus for us, and invest some money to let people. We're gonna try to work on this. I can't say we're gonna make for sure, but there's a focus I have on it.
Let me explain a little bit about the sponsored transactions. That's new in the Waves platform. How it works, we are going to create a customized wallet. So we have a wallet with our own logos and own look and feel and colors and everything. Same goes for the mobile wallet we're going to have in a few months. And every transaction that has been sent over our Sport Cash interface is going to be sent over the Waves platform, and it's called a sponsored transaction. So every transaction will be made with our own token. So underneath, Sport Cash is being used as transfer fee. And what it comes down basically is there is one wallet responsible for every transaction. So every transaction we do will cost us 0.001 waves. And our central wallet for our project will pay for every transaction clients use. So that's basically the system we use.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So free to use for end users, but basically we pay for the project to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to run an economy for all the project. It's not like an idea, we make a coin. Yeah, make a coin, what you make with this coin? You're going to get money where? We will, my idea is to sell our service to brands. So it's not the value only on the coin. Maybe our business are going to get more money for the brands using our service than what is the marketing on the real marketing on the exchange, because we sell application, we sell a service, we sell a place where they can have a different kind of reward for the client. Generally, business with working with point, if you see the value of them, the way they get money, they get a lot of money from selling their service to brands. If you sell your service for a big brand, they're going to pay for your service, not only for the coins. They're going to buy the coin from the market to give to the client. We're going to give some coin to free to test our program, to test the system, they can see if the people enjoy. After that, they're going to buy coin on the market to give for free to the people. So people get happy and go buy more in the shop. So after with this economy, we can help other programs too. So we try to found a complete economy, sustainable economy, not for only the investor, but for all the business. Money must come from outside, not from only the investor. Investor must get benefit from the coin they have in the pocket. Same time for business. If you have buy some coin on the market, the coin can't go down too much in value. So we must trying to way outside Bitcoin, then outside the cryptocurrency world to move in the market. If the spot market, if we are integrating many shops around the world, everybody gonna buy token every day. The market don't gonna stay behind too much Bitcoin, because we have like for marketing, we can make marketing sport events, magazine, many places, not only in cryptocurrency where it's banned. So we have a more open marketing food, more open place to do marketing too, from compared to other kind of business. They work only on little market for technology. Market is so big for sport.
So the coin won't actually be live until November. Are y'all going to be doing an ICO? And I noticed, there's going to be the pre-sale and the airdrops. How would you go about do you need to be on the Waves platform to get the airdrops? And I don't know, I guess just my biggest question here is when y'all are looking to go live with the ICO, how would one get a hold of the token?
Yeah, no, please.
As we're focused on as we are running on Waves, we are going to do all the tech in Waves. Pre-sale will run on Waves, so you need the Waves decentralized exchange to buy our tokens. Waves has its own client, the Lite client, and in there's a pretty fast Waves decentralized exchange on which you can buy our token. When we are running the pre-sale, we are going to set sell orders on different pairs, so to say. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Waves will be the major ones on which people can buy our token. And this pre-sale gives us the advantage to build stuff needed when we are going live with the real product. We are currently building, like I said, the new website is ready since yesterday. We're now focusing on building a prototype shop and blog, and help. This will help us to show brands and projects to go and use Surfcash. We're also creating advertising material to help them explain what we do and what we want to build, and we need them to help us grow, basically. After we have some corporations ready, they will be announced, and then we are good to go to the final token sale, and then we can go live with everything, including the custom wallet and the mobile wallet, like I said before.
Yeah. Hey guys, one thing that I think we didn't get a chance to talk about was I saw on the website you guys have an athlete program. So we talked about a charity program, we talked about loyalty program and kind of merchandise interface, but how just to me is interesting, would an athlete participate in this in the program? Yeah, take it away.
Yes, in reality, the athlete program when I started was the main focus for all my projects. Help athletes with try to found them, but I start to add free for athlete on our first platform. I build a wallet for them. I try to testing out, but that I understand we need an economy to sustain them. So how we can found them? We're gonna create something like a social network. This social network is gonna be all the program connected, and people can vote, can found the best athlete inside this social network. So athlete can create them page, they show up what they do, they can add video, information, they can chat with other fans, they can call friends in the platform, and we will vote the best athlete to found. So after that, for sure, we're gonna work with brands for loyalty. It's gonna be easy, show of athlete for the brands. If brands have people like us, we are a good business working well, it's gonna be easy. We are in the medium. So this athlete good, you can work with them. This is an important role in the sport because many times athletes are totally separate from brands. Brands can't stay behind an athlete to see what they do. Our way with social network, is a way transparency to understand who is good, who is not, and who can represent the good brands. If an athlete make good post, make a good video for represent the platform, he can be a good athlete to present for brands too. That's the way we can found some athlete, but if we can find some association too, some project, not only athlete. Sometimes it's better that I understand in my times, it's better found one association can teach to many young athletes to grow, be a professional or be a good man in this world, because sport, helping a lot to. I live in Brazil, Northeast. So here we have really poor people. I work with a really poor young child. And you can see a big difference when a child going around to try to find money to go for competition. So it's try to help this kind of athletes. Same waves, how we can find them. Imagine an athlete in Africa, or in Asia, or in Brazil, in the area where is in banquet. He want to go for competition. You know them, but you are not there. You can help them. Why? Send some crypto to them directly on his wallet. So he get a reward 100%. My idea is not get some percent, some money for the fund an athlete. The money go 100% for the athlete. And the idea is not getting money from there. It's only help there to found the career.
You've done it, my friend. That is my favorite part about this entire coin.
Yeah, me too. But we need to work.
That to me sounds really cool because that's the big problem. I read a statistic. It was after Haiti happened that the American people, just in general, not the government of America, but the individual donations the American people give are the greatest donations in the world, right? We're I guess America is the most giving country.
But not much transparency on this.
Say again?
Not much transparency. So blockchain can have to show where money going.
Yes, and that was the big problem in Haiti. Everybody, we were touting how proud we were of ourselves for donating all this money. A lot of this money
get lost.
Oh man, it got totally corrupt. And you're absolutely right. In countries where you're dealing with a government that is corrupt or potentially corrupt, and you want to get money to these kids, you see them on TV, hear about them in the news. I mean, that's incredible. I think there's so many Americans and so many, I think, I guess, financially well-off people around the world. Yeah. They really can help and have an opportunity. That's the cool part. I really like that. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, it's the most part I like and Jarno like. I think we are on this project for the social part of the project. But we must make an economy behind to create marketing, to show this idea to business, to blockchain world. If we arrive only, come on, help these guys, doesn't gonna work. We must to show our professional way. We have to show we can be sustainable in the same ways. It's a good way to show everybody business can help other people and make some money too. So I think this is a must for everybody. My business in Brazil is basic on this. I make some money, yes. I help people, yes. This must be for every kind of business.
And this is one of the reasons we decided to do a rebrand. At the first moment when I spoke to Roberto, he was working with extreme sports as a basic goal. And we started talking about the good cause and the charity program and helping out, etc. And I said to him, okay, let's make our view wider, basically, and accept every sport in our program. For the good cause, basically.
Humanitarians to boot. So, okay, one thing I kept saying come up that I was kind of curious about is you guys do mention a community voting option. How exactly would that work? Is that if you hold the token, you get a vote, or if you hold a node, you get a vote? The more people that hold tokens get more votes. What's the ecosystem behind the voting system?
We have talked too much about that, me and Jarno. I think we can give some news later on, but the idea is vote for a good athlete, good vote for a good project. Not the idea is vote like voting for Tron or vote for Eos. It's like vote for vote to help someone. If this guy gonna get all good votes, he gonna go for the crowd source too. So he gonna step off. So this is maybe we found another way to vote, to like a stake, to post. I have some idea on that for the holders, but we have to talk more on this with Jarno. We have lots of stuff in our heads working on.
Yeah, so, I mean, we see this. We interview a lot of up and coming cryptocurrencies and projects, and it's one really cool thing to see is a lot of startups will have ideas about this and this and this, and then you can kind of see them change through their evolution of like, okay, we're gonna do this, or we're not gonna do this, or we're gonna do this in this way. So yeah, it's cool to see kind of the brainstorming behind the cryptocurrencies when they first start out.
Yeah, the thing I can see with the voting is, for example, if you want to vote for a charity program, people can bring up projects for this. And then from within the client or the mobile client, people can vote with some of their sport cash. And they put in weight with their sport cash tokens. And in the end, when the vote is decided, the number one or the top three will get a certain amount of this tokens. I can see this working a way.
Yeah, we can. They there too. When he get more voted, he can go for a really cross-sell. Like a cross source, we're gonna take this athlete and show for brands, show for other customers. This is gonna be like the association or the athlete to found for the next 2 months. or the next 3 months, 4 months. We're gonna set something like the community show the best one, and we try to show the best one to brands, other kind of founders. Maybe he get a Billabong sponsor too.
Yeah, that'd be a big one.
Yeah.
Looking
for bigger.
Hey, listen, anybody out there listening to the podcast right now that has connects with Billabong, reach out.
We're open.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's cool though. I think Billabong needs something like that because Tom's built an entire brand on giving, right? And and this is the same kind of cultural subset, I think, generally as the Tom's culture, right? I think a lot of surfers probably wore Toms. So surfing is very much kind of from the earth. It's a giving. It's something that's dedicated to just experiencing life as it is, right? The natural, the just waves. I mean, they're just a thing that occur naturally, and just enjoying the earth.
We
It's a
hope.
very environmental sport. I mean, you want to protect the oceans and the environment, and because it's part of the sport. The earth is part of what you need to surf.
Yeah, it's hard to surf on a big plastic net.
Exactly.
I bought the sandboard. Maybe I'm gonna show some of them quite ecological with wood, quite nice. But
What are surfboards made out of? Are surfboards made out of plastic?
Yeah, I build some surfboard with lots less plastic on it. We can make it better too. There are lots of new technology on wood coming out.
I'd be interested in a project on Sport Cash One where somebody helped me fund a project to build surfboards out of ocean plastic. Ocean plastic, and then turn it into pellets.
That's a big focus is try to found ecological project too. Not only the athlete, the charity program is based in my idea to found some ecological project like protection for turtles, protection for something, or some innovation. Why not? Someone coming get big something for one kind of sport, good innovation, ecological. We can help it out. Why not? This is way to go.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I think any coin, I mean, in this, so pardon the pun, in this ocean of coins that we have, in this ocean of cryptocurrencies that we have, any coin that takes the step to not be, I mean, it's crazy. It's called a coin, right? It's a cryptocurrency, but then to take the step to be explicitly not financially based, right? So it's rooted in what's the right thing to do for the world, in this perspective. That is cool to me. That's a big tie-in. That's something that separates you guys from a lot of these other coins, and I'm glad that you guys were able to bring that up.
That's the key factor that pulled me in a few months ago when Roberto explained everything and he talked about this. This was for me the key to say, okay, I'm going in. I'm going to help you.
My idea is using the technology, but really technology. I don't see our coin, our token like money or something like that. I see like a technology you can use for build something good. It's technology for exchange point, whatever. This technology can be like a share for our business. So it's not a coin, it's not a token, it's not the money we can speak about. It's technology we use for fund our project, and what you're gonna do with your project. Yeah, is what we are speaking on now.
I love it, guys. So the coin is in its infancy. It's a coin with a heart. They're doing this through their charity program and through their athletic support program. They're going to have financial opportunities on top of it to help out brands build themselves with a loyalty program and encourage brands that are really kind of full circle taking care of the people who they're a part of. It's led by a passionate triple threat Renaissance visionary, Roberto. I'm going to go out on a limb on that one. And the number 2 node holder on the Waves platform. That's a pretty damn good team. So
Thanks.
Check it out, guys. Sport Cash One. Where can they reach you guys at, and how can they get involved?
Yeah, we have our new website, sportcash.one. We have our social network. You can find under same address. So we have a Bitcoin Talk where you can go there and have a little comment with us. We have our Telegram group. We are open to explain and clarification you need. We are open to investor because we need a big marketing, some money to start to building up this business, and brands, whatever want help, staff too. If someone want to enter in our staff is still little. We have many open position, so we are open up to make something good for everybody.
You're accepting applications, now hiring.
Yeah. Always.
All right, Roberto, Jarno, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We appreciate y'all. Good luck. We'll follow up with you guys over the course of the next couple of months. See how you're doing.
Yeah, it was only speak one thing. I really like your job. I think, like we little say before, your job is fundamental for our blockchain world. We must communicate what is really blockchain, what we really are, what the way to go. If we're not communication, if there is no people like you, other people are gonna communicating for us, maybe gonna with a bad comment. So we are in. We must communicate to show what is really Bitcoin, what is really blockchain, what is really technology, and what the good use case. So your roles in all the blockchain world is very important. Thanks for the opportunity to speak about our project, and aloha.
Love it. You guys, you're going to make me cry. You can bring a tear to my eye.
Yeah, it's reality. Is that I really think about this is a must for every social movement, and like young like we are. And in the past, like we said before, many social movement doesn't go well for communication. So communication is very important to show what you have in your mind. If not, we communicating. Other people doesn't like our blockchain, gonna communicating for us. They're gonna say lots bad things. So repeat, your role is so much important.
We appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thanks for having us.
All right, guys. Cheers. All right, guys. Thanks again for hanging around this far. We apologize for the audio quality on this episode. This is over the Labor Day weekend, and so everybody was remote, signing in from all over the world, and so we had some audio difficulties. But we appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys get a chance to check out the coin. It's a really great cause, and it's good people. You never know who you're going to interview, what they're going to be like before you get them on the show. But these guys were genuine, and definitely a very cool coin with a cool concept, and a lot of good people moving in the right direction, and that's what you want to see. And that really, I mean, right off the bat, if you know anything about cryptocurrency, that cuts them to the front quarter of the pack right off the bat. So again, appreciate you guys coming on to the show. Appreciate you guys listening. We appreciate all of you out there. We love your comments. Check us out on YouTube as well. We're putting the shows on YouTube, although I think dramatically our primary listenership is through the phone or through podcast stream. Check us out at Talk Podcast on Twitter and Facebook, on Spreaker, on iTunes Radio, on iHeart, on Spotify, on Google Music. We're everywhere. People are invading the airways, and we want you to be a part of it and grow with us. So thank you so much again for joining us. Check out our coins. Stay decent.